Dear students, today we are going to discuss a poem from your text Hornbill. The name of the poem is Photograph, and this poem is written by Shirley Tolson. First of all, let us give some introduction to the poetess Shirley Tolson. Shirley Tolson is an English poet and born in 1924. She was also a writer, journalist, and local politician. So, Shirley Tolson, English poet, born in England in 1924. She was a writer, journalist, and local politician, and died in 2018. And it is a brief description about the poet. So, we are going to read this poem Photograph, written by Shirley Tolson. Now let me give you an outline of this poem. Actually, Photograph, this poem, the poet describes her mother she grieves on her mother's loss. एक्चुअली पोइम जो है ये पोइट अपनी माँ को डिस्क्राइब करती है और थोड़ा दुख में, क्योंकि माँ जो है ऑन द लॉस ऑफ हर मदर, यानी माँ जो वो मर चुकी है। अब पोइट इसके बारे में लिखती है कि मेरी माँ फोटोग्राफ के जरिए कि वो कैसी थी जवानी में और बचपन में, और उसको किस किस चीज से लगाव था, तो इसके बारे में पोइट ने इसको डिस्क्राइब किया। Actually, her mother has now been dead. Mother is dead. So, and dead mother had been dead for 12 years. यानी 12 साल हुए हैं माँ को मरने को, यानी माँ अब 12 साल हो चुके थे। और उसके बाद पोइट कहता है कि द पोइट रिकॉल्स हर मदर। and recalls her mother used to look at a photograph and then first of all she describes her childhood, and she describes when her mother was teenaged, and at that time once and her childhood they describes, she says that on a photograph when mother was a child, teenaged, a girl, small girl, and the poet looks at the photograph, and the photograph shows it that mother was with two little girls. यानी माँ जो थी फोटोग्राफ पर दो लड़कियों के साथ, छोटी लड़कियां थी, माँ उनमें से टालेस्ट थी और एल्डेस्ट थी, एंड these two little girls were the cousins. अब पॉइंट जो कहती हैं कि all the three means mother and the cousins, little girl, they were smiling at the uncle. Why? Because uncle, who was taking their photograph. And then the poet the mother would show this photograph to the poet. When now the mother, she was now married, and she showed to whom? To this photograph, which was taken by the uncle. And when the mother now got married and she had a child, the poet also and showed it. And when mother looking towards the photograph, she was smiling. And also talk to these happy days. Means when she was a girl. So, and she would laugh while talking about the holiday. So the poet now recalls these things, that mother who had took a photograph with two little girls, and these little girls were her cousins, and the photograph was taken by their uncle. So now when the mother was now married, so what happened was she was smiling, she was laughing, and she recalls the happy days, and she recalls also that holy day. Now the poet says that mother, she was recalling these, and she showed it to the poet, and that she was now middle-aged, but a great change had come in the mother by that time. She was now middle-aged woman and had the poet as a daughter. All her former liveliness was gone. Now poet says that her former liveliness, that means the happy days of childhood, when she was a girl, they were gone. And now she has changed. But the poet says that this photograph was taken when they were paddling, when they were walking in the sea, shallow in the shallow place of a sea. So she says that there is a great change to her mother, but there was not, there was a big change to the to this sea. So now the poet actually describes here that human beings, as humans, the change is they got change time by time to time. यानी इंसान की जिंदगी जो है वो यानी वक्त वक्त पर जितना इंसान ऊपर आता है, जितना उसकी एज आती जाती है, उतनी उसकी चेंज आती है. लेकिन जब तक सी का ताल्लुक है, जहां पर इन्होंने ये फोटो उठाया, तो फोटोग्राफ उठाया, तो वो कहते हैं कि उसमें उतनी ज्यादा चेंज नहीं आई है. सो and now recalling her mother, the poet says, the sea holiday was her past, mine is her laughter. Now the poet says that mother recalled the sea holiday, यानी जो उसने वहां पर गुजारी थी, when she was when her photograph was taken with two girls, and she was recalled, her mother was, and it was her laughter, it was her past. But the poet says, my past is mother's laughter. Mother's laughter. So the poet says, the poet intensely feels the loss of her mother. She remembers how the mother used to talk to her and then laugh, but now the laughter is a thing of the past. The mother has been dead for about 12 years. ना अब माँ मर चुकी है, 12 साल हो चुके हैं. The mother has been dead for about 12 years. The poet feels very sad and lonely. She says that now she is in a situation where there is nothing to say. यानी वो अब इस हालत में है कि अब मुझे कुछ कहना नहीं है, बल्कि क्या है कि it is all emptiness of her. यानी मुझे लगता है कि उसने एक खला पैदा किया है उसकी माँ ने. It has killed all feelings in her. The silence of her situation has silenced her. यानी अब पॉइंट की जो बोलती है वो भी बंद हो चुकी है, क्योंकि सिचुएशन इतनी खराब है कि वो इतनी फील कर रही है कि उसको भी साइलेंट कर दिया. इट इज ए डेथ लाइक साइलेंस. और वो कहती है इट इज ए डेथ लाइक साइलेंस, यानी इतनी साइलेंस है कि इंसान अपने आप को मर्दा जाहिर करता है. तो क्या है पोएम जो है फोटोग्राफ, इट इज रिटन बाय शर्ली टॉलसन. शी वाज एन इंग्लिश पोएट एंड देन शी डिस्क्राइब्स हर मदर, बट how she describes on a photograph. And now the poet says that when once my mother had taken this photo when she was on a sea holiday and with two small girls and their cousins, little girls, and then she says that when my mother got married, and after that she showed me this photograph, and then she was laughing and she was recalling her past, and she was recalling those happy days of her childhood and also the sea holiday. And now the poet says that this photograph, it was the past of her mother and she recalls it on the photograph, but my past is my mother's laughter. Now the this poet, she grieves over the mother's loss, and she says that the human beings got changed, but the shallowness, but the she has not got so much changed, because my mother was now she has come to his age, and now the mother has been dead for about 12 years. The poet now feels herself lonely, and the situation is so much bad that this loneliness has kept the poet silent, and so silent that she could not utter even utter a single word. And this is the outline of the poem. Now let us read the poem in a line by line and see and now discuss it. Line 1 to 9. 1 to 9. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went paddling. Here is the word cardboard. And cardboard here refers to photograph. So the poetess says, the cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went paddling, each one holding one of my mother's hand. The two girl cousin, and cousin here refers to two girls. And they were younger than poet's mother. And then she says, paddling. Walking with bare feet. In shallow water. The poet, she says, the cardboard shows me how it was when two girl cousins went paddling, each one holding, hold कहते हैं थामना, पकड़ना, catch, one of my mother's hand. So mother, at that time she was also a small girl. अब पॉइंट क्या कह रही है कि इस फोटोग्राफ जो मेरे पास है, ये कार्डबोर्ड जो मेरे पास है, ये क्या दिखाता है कि दो लड़कियां और वो अपना हाथ थामे हुए किसके साथ, मेरी मां के साथ चल रहे हैं, किसमें कि, लेकिन नंगे पांव वो चल रहे हैं किसमें, पानी में. एंड she the big girl, she here refers to mother, it means big girl here means she was also tall and elder than these two girls, these cousins. So some 12 years or so, ये 12 साल, यानी तकरीबन वो उस वक्त 12 साल की थी. All three stood सिटल कहते हैं साइलेंट, stood to smile through their hair at the uncle with the camera. So all these three, they smiled in their hair. It means that there was wind because it was sea holiday. There was wind. With this wind, their hair it scattered. ये तितर बितर हो जाता था, तो उनके बाल जो थे बिखर जाते थे एक उधर इधर, तो उनके जो ये चेहरे थे वो क्या हो जाते थे, गायब हो जाते थे बिकॉज ऑफ द स्कैटर्ड हेयर. तो वो कहती हैं कि उनमें ये तीनों स्माइल कर रहे थे. एंड नाउ हु वाज, एंड शी सेज दैट, एंड द अंकल विथ कैमरा, स्वीट फेस, माय मदर्स, दैट वाज बिफोर आई वाज. So my mother was very beautiful at that time, before my birth, before her marriage. And the sea, my mother's before I was, and the sea, which appears to have changed less. So now she says, here she compares mother's change and sea's change. And she says, mother had totally changed. She had, now that kind of beauty has faded in time to time, but she had a little change. लेकिन इस सी में कोई ज्यादा चेंज नहीं है. And sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transist feet. यानी transist कहते हैं brief, lasting, and transist feet कहते हैं to say that while the sea remains almost unchanged, but time has changed their whole this beauty, their whole this structure, their whole this personality. And inshallah tomorrow we will go to the next this stanza. And in this stanza now you see that the poet, she was looking to the photograph and describes her mother's youth and her beauty. Thanks.